Hey guys, Ollie from Flight Comp, and different kind of video today. This is my Dremel tool, which I've had for, I don't know, 5 or 6 years, and it's worked pretty well. But recently, well, actually not recently, maybe in the last 6 months or so, it stopped holding a charge. It'll only, run for maybe 5 minutes at the most after I charge it. So I did crack it open to see if I could just replace the batteries. I thought maybe it had some standard size like lithium or life packs, or life batteries or something inside there, but it had an odd size, and I didn't want to mess with trying to hunt the batteries down and replacing them and soldering them in. So I went on Amazon and I ordered myself up a cheapo rotary tool, kind of like a Dremel knockoff. So I thought I'd just unbox it here and we could check it out together, see what it's all about. It's called Avid Power, 8-volt cordless. Comes with a bunch of accessories. We'll see if those are any good or not. This guy here is 7.2 volts. So they're both 2-cell, but this must be like a life battery or something like that, and this is a lithium ion, so it's higher voltage. Let's go ahead and see what kind of junk's in the box here. Cloth carrying case or whatever, which I never use the cases anyway. They just sort of live next to my workbench. Box of accessories. Little plug-in charger. This tool has came with like a big cradle to sit in to charge it, which I actually didn't like because the contacts got worn out or loose. So I had to constantly jiggle it around to ensure that it was charging. I had to kind of like prop it up in a certain position for it to charge. So I think when I bought this tool was probably about 70 bucks. I'm not sure how much it costs now. This guy, I chose this one because it had a lot of good reviews. There were several different kinds on Amazon. So I just basically picked this by the reviews, and this was 40 bucks. But for some reason it was on sale for $31 the time I bought it. So call it, around 40 bucks. So a little bit cheaper than the Dremel. It's a little fatter than the Dremel, but visually they're very similar here. Got the power button down here instead of up here. A similar battery monitor here with the not battery, the speed monitor with the plus and minus buttons. About the same weight. This one might be a little heavier. Feels nice in the hand. I hold them like this a lot of times. Let's see if it's needs to be charged. How's this one sound? Definitely sounds a little crunchy. Let's take the bit out. The cutoff wheel. You can definitely tell that the bearings on this guy are probably shot. So, really, I use the Dremel or Rotary tool daily. I mean, it's just like it's a staple of building models. You use it for everything practically. Buffing wheels, I never use these. I have piles of these that I never use. They give you a good amount of these sanding drums, which are great. And they give you some small ones. I really like these small ones, but they're not as common as the bigger ones. So there's 5 of each in there. The big ones and the small ones. And it looks like they're all the same grit. So there isn't fine and coarse. A bunch of thin cutoff wheels. I tend not to use these because they break so easily. I use something like this, which is a little more heavy duty with a nicer collet. Various stones. Again, I never use these. Here's the collet or whatever for the sanding drums. Wrench. And various other stones and things. Usually I find these stones are too fine for the kind of work that I do. These feel pretty fine too, like the grit of them. So I tend not to use those. So I probably won't use those for anything. Wire brushes are never used, just for the kind of stuff I do. Anything else in here worth mentioning? Yeah, again, like the metal, you know, grinder. Again, very fine texture, and I probably won't end up using any of those. And looks like they give you a couple of extra collets, and they're definitely different diameters. That looks like that's a standard 3mm, or what is it, 3mm or an 1/8 inch. Let's see, what's this one? This is an 1/8 inch. And then the smaller one. That's 2.5mm, so that's when it's not squished down, so maybe this will clamp some smaller diameter bits. Some drill bits here. 1/8 inch drill bit. 2.27 drill bit, so that's some standard size. Yeah, well, pretty sure I'm not going to use any of this stuff except for the sanding drums. But we'll just put everything back in here for now. Put this aside. I wonder if this says what milliamp the battery is. No, it just says 8 volts. And charge doohickey. It's down here. Yeah, charge things on the bottom. So I don't mind this actually. I think I prefer this to the cradle. So that might be a bonus. Then some instructions I don't care about. A couple more points on the rotary tools. The Amazon brand one that I picked up uses brass inserts in the collet, and the outer seems to be steel. The Dremel is steel and aluminum. And what I found out is that these parts are actually interchangeable, so I can put the Dremel assembly on this Avid power rotary tool. And same thing with the Dremel, I could put the Amazon brand one on there. No problem. So that's a nice feature. So if you have extra collets and things from your Dremel, you could use it on the other one. And they both have LED lights. So let's see if I can show you. Kind of a bluish tint to that one. And similar don't know which is more powerful. Seems to me that this one is a brighter or like a whiter light. And I weighed both of these. This one is just about a little under 12 ounces, and this one is slightly under 9 ounces. So this one's a fair bit heavier. All right, I actually cracked open both the rotary tools. I just wanted to compare like the build quality. I don't see a whole lot of difference. Nothing really stands out to me in the quality, so I don't think that this cheaper Amazon brand is lower quality. In fact, it actually has a bigger bearing on the shaft here. You can see. Try to compare both of them. See the bearing sizes there. So that should provide more longevity and durability. So that's a plus. Other than that, I don't see too much in them. The Dremel kind of flew apart when I opened it, which is kind of a negative because I lost the spring out of the shaft retention switch or button. This guy here, I lost the spring on the Dremel. But other than that, when I opened this guy up, it all stayed in one place, which was nice. The batteries are bigger in this guy. And the motor is same diameter but a little bit longer, so I don't know if the motor might be more powerful. The engagement of the shaft when you push this button in is pretty minimal. I'd say you're only getting like maybe 2 millimeters of engagement at the most, so that shaft might like round out and you might lose that engagement at some point. And actually the Dremel wasn't any better, so it's about the same on both. So taking them apart, nothing really jumps out at me to say that this cheaper Amazon brand is of a lower quality. To get these apart, the Dremel was a T9 Torx bit, and this guy was just a regular Phillips head bit, so it'd be easier to disassemble this if you don't have the Torx for the Dremel. Alright, well that's about it, I think. The only thing left to do now is just use this guy for a few months and see how it holds up, and then I'll do another video.